Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, September 8th, 2016 on a Thursday. What a beautiful day in Thailand, my friends. Yes, come to you live from Thailand. Currently 7:09 a.m. in the morning, 20:09 on Wall Street on a Wednesday night as we are in the midst of the Asia session as I record this. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, a lot going on today. We had some data. We have a full day of data. It's going to be an interesting trading day. A lot of stuff going on. We'll get to that in just a moment. Like I said, great to be with you. Coming to you from Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and people are already out and about drinking their frappuccinos. Well, probably they don't have frappuccinos in Thailand, but they've got their Thai coffee and they love it. All right, traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, like I said, I do record this, as you know, during the Asia session. Traders, I started trading the Forex markets in 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand to celebrate my retirement. I was only going to be here for 3 months. I was on a 3-month visa. And, well, traders, I'm in my 9th year and I'm still here in Thailand. Absolutely enjoying retirement and the time zone to trade the markets. Early in the morning for Asia, 1300 hours Thailand time for London, and New York is 20:30 hours in Thailand. We start the New York session. So I only do about 2 hours in the New York session as it starts to get pretty late for me, and I've already put in a full day. So I trade options in the US session as I trade Forex in Asia and London. Traders, I'm a pullback trader. I like the currency pair to make a move, get a pullback, and enter it, preferably at a confluence area or a fib level area or just a level area. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you have a price level that keeps getting hit and having price action, the nice thing about Forex is it repeats itself. And if it reacted to it 6 months ago, that price level is probably going to react to it again. That is really something you have to watch for, and I use price levels a lot. Nice one was yesterday in the pound. We're going to get to the pound here in a minute. But the pound reacted and absolutely took off to the downside. In the beginning of London, we were thinking the pound was going to head up, and it didn't. It stayed with the trend, and it absolutely dumped. I had sort of knew that the currency pairs were in a fake out yesterday because just because the dollar got weak. We'll talk about that in a second. So I love being a technician. I really do enjoy looking at charts, candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns tells you a story, it tells you where price action possibly can go. I love price levels, price action, price structure, price failure. All that is so important. And candlestick patterns, you have to know, at least the 7 basic patterns of candlesticks to look at a chart. And, of course, I use 3 exponential moving averages, the 200, the 55, and the 10 on my charts. And that's all I have on my charts except for Fibonacci levels or pivot points. I do put them on my charts sometimes. Fibonacci I use all the time. Pivot points I don't necessarily use on my regular charts. What I do is I use a different platform, and I just have fibs on there. It's pretty crazy. I have a lot of platforms because I do a lot of different things. I have price levels on one platform, I have pivots on another platform, and it just keeps it really simple. So I can sit at my desk and I can look at the screen and put that currency pair up, and I can see exactly what's going on. And it's just so important. The other second part of that is fundamentals. We really have to know our fundamentals in the sentiment of the market in the last 5 years, right? You really need to understand what's going on when data is coming out. What time it's coming out, who's coming out, what are they saying, what didn't they say. You have to have a sort of a grip on that. And that is why I have a news feed, and, I pay for my news feed, and they send me alerts and all that good stuff. Now, you do not have to go out and pay for news feed. I am not encouraging that. There's plenty of free news feeds. However, the work that I do, I need that because I don't have time to be bouncing around to different news feeds. I'll tell you another thing. The other good way to get data for news is on Twitter. Follow all these news agencies, and folks, you'll probably get the numbers just as quick as I get them from a paid service on Twitter. Everything comes out on Twitter very quickly. So it's a great thing. And I follow a lot of people on Twitter, so I know what's going on around the globe. So then you take these two things, we take our technicals and we take our fundamentals, we put them together, come up with a trade plan. I activate the trade plan and I just wait for price to come to me. And then I activate my trade. And then it's a set and forget, right? Then we're just going to let it go and see what happens and just monitor it. I enter and exit my trades on a 30-minute chart, but I watch the hourly chart. I really like the hourly chart. It means I only have to go check that currency pair once an hour, right? It makes it really simple. All right, let's take a look at the risk disclaimer. This is for the legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential reward, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex, or for that matter, any other financial markets. Traders, please do not trade money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember this is a game of capital preservation. We need to live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to the news and commentary area. Now, this is just typical of my situation. I had everything up and loaded, and what do you think happened? I lost it. Okay, we got it back. All right, so we had some data come out today early in the Asia session. And let's just go over some of that. I think the big one was the JPY. Japan had great GDP Q on Q for Q2, and it came out positive. They were expecting 0.0, it came out at 2.0. So that was a good number for them out of that. Coming into the Asia session later on, we have China has trade balance late in the Asia session. So please keep an eye on that. That will be a shaker and a mover. That will affect several currency pairs. And we'll talk about that as we look at the charts. In the London session, quite busy also in the London session, we have deposit facility rates out of the euro. Then we have interest rate decision out of the euro today, which we don't expect anything. And then we have ECB President Draghi speaks today. And this is about the London lunchtime. So it should be pretty interesting there. And folks, that is it. We have nothing in the U.S. session today as far as data. So Asia, London, it's going to be a good one. All righty. All right, let's take a look at the markets, how they closed yesterday. The Dow closed negative 0.06%, just barely, and the S&P 500 also barely at negative 0.02%. And the Nasdaq closed positive 0.15% yesterday, with the small cap 2000 closing positive 0.57%. Let's take a look at the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 0.62%. The FTSE 100 in London closed positive 0.30%. The CAC 40 closed positive 0.61%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing 0.67%. All right, let's head on over to Asia. Now, a lot of these countries are not open yet. However, the Nikkei 225 is open, and they are currently negative 0.17%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 1.02%, and they are open. China A50 closed yesterday, positive 0.11%. They're not open yet. The Hang Seng also is not open yet. However, they closed yesterday negative 0.19%. However, the Kospi out of Seoul is currently positive at 0.41%. Good news, well, not good news, but okay news is the Stock Exchange of Thailand closed negative 0.65%. We got to throw a plug in for Thailand, I think it's like my duty to do that. All right, so that's what's going on, folks. So we have quite a busy day today in the markets. I'm sorry about that. I have quite a busy day today. I think we have a good trading day ahead. We got data to keep things moving, and pretty excited about that. Just keep on it, keep on your charts, keep on your fundamentals, and just be careful, okay? Volatility is coming back slowly, and I think by next Monday we're going to be fully back engaged, and we will have another 4 months of really nice trading until we hit the New Year break, right? All right, let's get moving. I can't believe I'm at 9-10 minutes already. Here's the euro dollar. Really hasn't done anything, absolutely sideways for the last 24 hours. And I just need this to pop up a notch, and we'll take this back to the downside. Or it's going to break that 55 and go to the downside, which is okay. We can take that from there also. The problem is probably if you took the break of the 55 exponential moving average, which is the blue line, that's probably a good trade. And then you're going to come down into the 200 exponential moving average at 1200. I wanted to go back up to 1.1263 because I wanted some leverage, leeway, space to come back down to this daily pivot, the 55, and break through it there. But this might not do that. This just might break from the 55 and head to the downside. Folks, I don't think we're going to get a bounce at the 200, but I don't think it's going to be detrimental. I think the price level is more interesting and can cause us more of a problem than price action left of the chart. The 1200 is going to be a reactionary level, and we'll see how that handles that. But remember, my bias bearish, and I don't want to buy the euro dollar, folks. I want to sell it. Any move we've seen in these pairs that have counter trend moved is all due to data, right? It's not normal price action that's moving these pairs in the opposite direction. This is data stuff. Let's take a look at the pound. Pretty interesting here on the pound. This was a really nice move yesterday. Absolutely hit our take profit target yesterday. Just a really nice trade. Took some while. You're probably about almost 2.5 to 3 hours into the London session before this trade actually took off and made the move. And then it just basically dumped from there and just did a great job. So I put a Fibonacci tool on the chart today, and we have a really nice confluence at 38.2 at the 1.3365 area. We got a 55, a daily pivot point, and we'd like to see price action come back, retest that, and then we'll take it to the downside. Currently, we have the 10 exponential moving average on top of price, which is not good for our trade, but it's early in Asia, and we have the London session to take care of this pound. So we'll keep a good eye on that, but nice trading. Basically, all that news data that came out in the last couple of days and it went to the upside basically took back all that, and now we're back to where we were 3 days ago, right? So pretty interesting stuff. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Absolutely has done nothing. We got a lot of repeat charts today, folks. Not a lot of price action on the Aussie dollar. It's basically the same spot it was yesterday. We're looking for a bearish candlestick formation, and let's take this to the downside. Nothing new here. There's nothing to do, and we'll just let that stay. It's going to be interesting with ECB President Draghi speaking today. He really hasn't done much as far as a market mover to get the markets moving again. But I think he's got to pull something out of the handbag and come up with something for today. I don't think they're going to touch their interest rate. I think it's going to stay the way it is. But his speech is going to be critical today for the Eurozone. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Again, one of my favorites. Did not do anything yesterday. Sideways price action. We're bearish on this, remember? We're bearish on this. We're at a good spot here. I want to see this pull back up to the 47, 46.95 area. And we're going to sell this all the way down to 45.83. This is still a great trade. Great trade plan from yesterday, so let's just keep on it. No reason to deviate from what we have planned here. If it doesn't do it, that's okay. We'll just wait. Remember, this pair normally trades 130 to 140 pips a day, traders. This is a great pair to trade, and it's got its own personality. It's a great, great pair. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Euro Yen is bearish, as we can see. Just waiting for this pullback up to that 200 exponential moving average at 114.95 area, and we're going to sell this, right? Not a lot of price action yesterday, pretty dull. It did make a move to the downside and then went sideways. And I think that's because that was, if you remember, that was in Asia yesterday. And right after that, we had Kuroda speaking for almost 2 hours. So, but apparently he didn't say anything that jolted anything, and we just been sideways. So wait for the pullback, and let's take the sell trade. Even if it doesn't get all the way to the 200, if it gets to the all one, that's a fine place to go. And what is that at 114.80? Yeah, we can take it from there also. So there's some good price action here. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. New Zealand dollar is still doing this up move, folks. Don't get tricked by this now. This is a this this is the market movers, the market makers, the big dogs, just running stops, and they're going to do it. I'm bearish on the New Zealand dollar. I do not want to buy the Kiwi, and I'm not going to. Now, remember, was it yesterday or the day before? They had their dairy numbers came out, and they came out very well for New Zealand. So that is probably why the Kiwi was strong the last couple of days. And if you remember yesterday, the dollar was weak at the beginning of the trading day and pretty much up to London lunch. So, yeah, we'll just keep an eye on that. Very interesting stuff. But we're bearish, so we want to sell this at 0.7475. We'll get out at 73.65 at the S2 pivot, the 200 exponential moving average as support. So nice trade, easy trade plan. Just wait. This is just sit on your hands and wait, traders. You know, I love when traders send me an email and tell me that they're bored. That is like, you are doing the right thing. Trading is boring. We sit hours and hours and hours watching charts, looking at data to get that entry and get our trades off. And we just wait and wait. And that's just the way it is. Welcome to trading. All right, traders, actually 2 minutes over my time. But we had a lot to talk about today. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilder, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, you can also check me out on Twitter at FXCL Alerts 1 on Twitter. Okay? And I do tweet all through the trading day on the FXCL Twitter page, so come see me there. All right, traders, have a great trading day. Always remember to trade smart and not hard. We'll see you in about 24 hours. Be careful. It's going to be a lively day today. I see some good stuff happening. Take care, traders. Talk to you next time.